So then I see all these flights in ferry battles, and tell me how would a gunner train on the ferry battle?
Well, first of all, there were you know them better than me, but to get into it, there was a panel underneath. It was supposed to be a door in there, but it was never there. So that's where we crawled in, and we had Vickers gas guns, or operated gas guns, a round spindle of shells we plugged on the top of the gun, and everything else was hanging on wires, because when it started up, the wind come up there, everything was flying. So it wasn't the warmest spot in the world. And it was so cold over that lake, and the pilots must have got fed up with the gunners. You see the drogue ship, the Lysander pulling the drogue, and he'd say, okay, now you can open fire. Well, you got so many stoppages on those guns, you wouldn't believe it. So I'd say, he said, open fire, and we're shooting at something on the ice. Well, I said, there's guys fishing down there. Well, he said, that's all right, don't hit them, but shoot at the targets.
So,
as I said, there's so many stoppages on those guns. There was a way you could flick the thing and get rid of the shells you didn't use. So the pilots, I guess, got kind of bored with this, say, okay, that's it, let's go back. They were cold and fed up. Well, we got to leave home first, and then ship back down to Halifax, and from there they took us by train down to New York. From New York we got on to the Queen Elizabeth, beautiful ship.
Queen Elizabeth liner.
Yeah, and everything was, the good stuff was covered with plywood, so you couldn't. I never did see, we're in there, it was so big you never did see much at one end or the other.
Right, right.
Well, that was, they had the gunnery school there, they had set up turrets and everything, and practice places where we could do shooting, and that was where we were crewed up with other people. But I got crewed up originally with 5 as sergeants. And I remember the pilot was somewhere down in Milk River, I think. He come from there. But I was 21 then, and I got the mumps, if you can believe it. I didn't tell you this before. But those days, mumps, they put you in the hospital. So I was quarantined in the hospital for 3 months. And they said, well, we can't hold that crew up. They're going to go on without you. So they went on, and I kind of, when I got out of the hospital, I wasn't, they kept checking every morning to see it stayed in here. My throat didn't go down. And when I got out of there, we were hanging around waiting to go up again. That's when I met the bomb aimer, McGilvery, and we got along good. And then in come the Murphy and Robinson, the pilot Cliff Murphy, come in, and they had to pick a crew, and they interviewed 4 people, and they interviewed us, Johnny and I, and we both got on to their crew, which was really good.